Hiya, welcome back. So as the title said, this video is a little get ready with me and also some Netflix recommendations just to help a gal out, or a boy if you're watching me. Gonna have basically done this look and shared with you some Netflix shows that I absolutely love, and hopefully I've helped you find some, because I know how much of a struggle it can be to find shows to watch on Netflix. So yeah, so the first one that I'm gonna have to start off with, maybe a little bit cliche, but I absolutely love Prison Break. It's really good, and well, to be fair, probably a lot of you have probably already seen it, but it's just got so good, and I absolutely love Michael Scofield, and I think that the show is actually genius. It's probably one of my favourite shows ever. My boyfriend had shown me it, so I only watched it like a year ago, and because obviously it's been out for a while and it's just amazing. So basically it's about this man who, his name's Michael Scofield, and his brother has been sent to prison for a crime that he believes he didn't commit. So, and like Michael Scofield, the brother who's like trying to save his brother who's in prison, is like really clever. He has this condition, and I can't remember like what the name of it was, but he so basically he goes to prison, like he commits armed robbery and he gets sent to prison, and he like wants to go to the same prison as his brother, so he gets sent to prison, and his brother's on death row, so basically he only has like a few months or maybe even weeks until he gets sent to until he dies basically. So he gets sent to prison to go and save his brother, and what happens is his whole body is tattooed. I can't remember what the tattoo exactly was, but it was literally all in his arms, his chest, his like stomach, his back. And basically he got, because he's an architect, he got the blueprints of the prison and basically got them all tattooed on his body in a way that no one would be able to know except him. So he like memorized every part of his tattoo so that he could basically get his brother out so they could escape prison. And it has like 5 seasons. The last season's a bit like shit. It's a bit like there was no point in it, but honestly it's one of the best series you'd ever watch. It's so good, and it just keeps getting better and better. So that's my first recommendation. So I'm going to try and kind of like, I want to not just stick to kind of one type of like genre of series. Like I kind of want to give like a range of series that people can watch, because obviously people have different preferences when it comes to series, so hopefully I can kind of like help everyone out. Also, I never use a beauty blender, and now I know why, because it's took away half my product, so now my skin is like sheer. There's like so many characters in it that I love. There's this one called Teabag that's like probably the worst person ever, but I can't help but like him. If you like action type series, instead it's not like a rom-com or anything, so if you like that kind of stuff, definitely give it a watch if you already haven't. To be fair, I like the way my foundation looks with a beauty blender, but I've had to put like more on than I would. Also, I've put a bit of tinted moisturiser on top because it went really light, and normally it's not that light, so I don't know what happened. And it's made it much more glowier than usual, so I don't know, I'm kind of liking it. I used to use a beauty blender, but normally I just use a stippling brush to do my makeup. But to be fair, I kind of like this. I just have to use more because I think beauty blenders soak the foundation up, so half of the product doesn't even get put on your face. So my next recommendation is called Somewhere Between. It's a Netflix original series, and I think it just came out recently. And it is a series. It's just one series, and it's got I think 10 episodes in, and It's about this woman she's like I think she works for a news station in America, and she's following this person, like a story on this serial killer that keeps killing women. And one night she took her daughter to work and her best friend picked her up. He was outside waiting, and one of the women she worked with took the kid outside, and she turned her back for like a second and then went back in. So she watched the girl walk to the car. So then she turned around as she was walking, and the person in the car was on the phone. And basically the little girl got took, so she was missing for like I think a couple of days. And what happened was she got found in a lake and she'd been murdered. So the mum, like, it was obviously too much for the mum, so the mum jumped off a cliff and basically tried to kill herself. And then someone pulled her out of the water, and she woke up and she was just laid like next to this lake. And she went back home and her daughter was alive. So basically she'd went back in time. It does sound really far-fetched and a bit like it would be a stupid series, but honestly, apart from that bit, it's like that bit was a bit like, that's a bit far-fetched, but the rest of it's really good. Like, loads more stuff happens, and you find out like how she got took, who took her, and there's like much more stuff that happens, like with the husband, and someone else got killed and got drowned, and he woke up too. And I'm trying to explain this properly, but I'm not very good at explaining. And so he woke up and he also went back in time, and he was an ex-cop, and his brother is on death row for a crime that he doesn't think he committed. And then the person that put him in, like, behind bars is the woman who also killed herself, like, whose daughter got took off her. It's her husband, he's a district attorney. So loads of other stuff happens, loads of stuff's linked together, and it's just like, I don't know, I feel like you're on edge all the time and you just want to keep watching, so it's really good. It's definitely something that you can binge watch, like, in just one day. Another recommendation is called The Sinner, which is also a Netflix original series. So this one's got 2 series, and I've only watched the first one and like 2 episodes of the second, but the first and second one don't, like, it's not carrying on that story, but that's really, really good. It's like, it's weird, it's like, it's off it. This one is about this woman, and she goes to the beach with a husband, and I think it's a husband or a boyfriend or just like a partner, and she went with him to the beach, and basically out of nowhere she just killed this boy that was on the beach. Like, she just killed him, and she doesn't know why. No one knows why she killed him. So she basically just loses her temper because he plays this song, and basically it triggers her, and she just goes crazy, and she basically kills him for no reason, and no one knows why. She doesn't know why she killed him. She said she doesn't know him. People are like, she does know him, and she can't remember where she knows him from. No one knows why she killed him, and it's just all over the place, and more things come out, and it's just one whole nother level. It just gets crazy, and it's honestly really, really good. I've already mentioned this one before in a previous video. I think it was the vlog one that I mentioned it in. And this one's called Rain, and I have to mention it again because I absolutely love it. It's like my favourite series. So I have like a list of series that I love, but this one is like my all-time favourite. So this one is about Mary Queen of Scots and her marriage to Francis. It's very fictionalised because it's like about them basically being in love, but they weren't in real life. So it's basically about a marriage to him, and I can't really explain it too much because I'd ruin it. So I don't know how I'm going to really sell it to anyone. If you like history shows, like like the Tudors or the Crown. Definitely give it a watch, it's really good. It is fictionalised, so I know a lot of historians weren't very happy with the show, but it was still really good, and I'm not that much of a history lover, so I didn't really care that it was fictionalised. So for me to not really like history, I failed it at GCSE, so for me to love it must mean it's good. But it's really good. I got very invested in the characters, kind of like the Vampire Diaries. Because I was going to put the Vampire Diaries on this list, but I feel like that's the most cliche thing to recommend. I feel like everyone's watched that. The same with Gossip Girl. I love them and they're like iconic, but I'm not gonna, well, I've already spoken about them, but I'm not gonna include them in my recommendations because I just think they're cliche. So the next recommendation, I feel like I keep saying that, so the next recommendation I have is called Safe, and this is also a Netflix original series, so I feel like it's all going to be, most of these are the original series, but this one's also like just one series and it's got like 8 episodes in, and this one is basically about, they live in a gated community. I'm scared in case I got this one mixed up because there's another one that I watched that was created by the same person called The Stranger. No, this one's called The Safe, definitely. And so they live in a gated community. Basically, there's this house party and I've just explained it and I've actually just ruined it. Alright, I'm gonna cut that bit out. Oh, for God's sake. I'm actually the worst at ruining series for people, and I don't do it on purpose, but I'm just not very good at keeping it a secret. I'm gonna start again. So her boyfriend goes this girl's boyfriend goes missing at a house party, and basically the full series is about following this father, because his daughter's also gone missing, and he's looking for her, and his wife is also, she died, I think. He starts to uncover stuff about his wife because he doesn't understand why she went missing, and also she pretended to be pregnant all the time. She pretended she had a miscarriage, and he found out, and she was wearing a fake bump and pretended she was pregnant, and then she went missing. Oh, she died. I can't really remember. But basically, so the mum was missing and they never found her. And then, so he starts to uncover stuff about his wife. Then his daughter's obviously missing, so he's trying to find his daughter. Loads of stuff is just going on in this gated community because there's not really anything, because the reason why they turned into a gated community is because there was a big fire at the school there and loads of pupils died, so they wanted to, because apparently it was arson and they never found out who did it. So they made it into a gated community to keep people out, to kind of control who was in there and kind of keep an eye on it. Very weird to have a gated community. I wouldn't just kind of I don't know. It was a bit weird. But it was very weird. I like watching series that are just have loads of twists and plot twists in it, and everything just keeps changing and you're well, it was him, no, it was him. And I just love series like that keep me I like series that I can just binge. So I'm basically giving, apart from Prison Break and Rain, you can basically watch these in a day or two. So if you're someone that doesn't really like to sit and watch a series for weeks or even months, then these are definitely ones to watch. This isn't the same as the rest. This is a reality show that's on Netflix, but it's called Too Hot to Handle. And honestly, I'm actually kind of a sucker for trashy reality TV shows. So when this came out, I jumped on it because I love watching Love Island, even though it's shit and fake. When this came out, this is controversial, but this is actually probably, in my opinion, better than Love Island, and it was really funny. They were just so basically, if you haven't heard of it, which must mean you've been living under a rock, is that loads of these singles get flown out to, I can't remember where it was. So basically, they're all single and they all don't really like relationships and they love just going out and sleeping with people. So they all go there and they're all excited and they all meet each other. And obviously, like, they're good looking, so they're all like excited, thinking, oh, I'm going to sleep with all these people. And what they didn't know before they arrived was that the whole time they're there, they're not allowed to have sex, they're not allowed to kiss, they're not allowed to touch each other, not allowed to do anything. And if they do, basically there's £100,000 prize, and every time they do something, it gets taken off the prize money. So they had to, like, basically, if they had sex or anything, the money just keeps going down and down. And obviously you can imagine what they were like. So that's really good and it's really funny. It's like, and it was good because they also done like workshops, because what they wanted them to go for, like the show, was help them create like deeper connections and try and help them to want to be in a relationship, because they didn't want to be, they were just like these single people that loved going out all the time and just getting drunk and sleeping with anyone. So they've done like these workshops for them to help them like understand like relationships. And one of the scenes that I really liked was when all the girls went into this workshop, and it was to talk about like the female body. So like they had to draw a picture of their vagina, like, but to like, not a picture like actually drawing a vagina, but a picture to express how they feel about their vagina. So some of them drew, like, one of them put a condom around the vagina because they said they want to protect it. One of them was a picture, I can't remember exactly what, but she's had a baby, and she said when she thinks of her vagina, she thinks of like her giving birth and how magical it is that her body can produce a baby. And it was really cute. And then afterwards they all said like they feel more like they want to kind of take more care instead of sleeping with loads of people. They feel now more like they should take care of the vagina and not sleep with everyone. So that was really nice. And I'm an emotional wreck. I'd cry at anything. So I was crying, like all proud of them. I was like, yes, girl. I was like, yes, fuck. Men are trash, don't sleep with any. This is also very trashy. It's not a... Oh, I've got a lot of eyeshadow on there. This isn't a reality show. This is... Oh, but it's very trashy. It's called Insatiable. I don't know if any of you might have heard of it because it's not actually that popular. But honestly, I actually really liked it and I thought it was really funny. I know loads of people will have thought that it was like crap, but I actually found it hilarious, and I thought it was just so easy to just watch. It was something that you can just sit and watch and go on your phone because you don't really miss much. And I actually also love series that you can also go on your phone at the same time and still know what's going on. So basically, it's got Debbie Ryan in, who played Jessie on the Disney show called Jessie. Basically, she used to be fat, like really fat, and she used to get bullied at school. And then this man tried to rob her, and then they ended up having a fight and he punched her, and he got her, like, her jaw had to get wired. I think it was wired. So basically she couldn't eat, and then she lost all this weight, and then she was like loving it. Basically this man who used to be a beauty pageant like manager, is it? And he found her, and basically she was that pretty, he just wanted to make her into like, he wanted her to win a beauty pageant and get him loads of money. And she ends up like being obsessed with him, and like I think she ends up fancying him, but he's got like a wife and everything. But it's really funny because then everyone at school, she goes back to school and everyone's like so shocked that she looks like this. And she used to fancy this boy who was like the most like popular guy in school, and then he ended up fancying her back, and like she said her life was made. To be fair, it does have some kind of like cute life lessons in, because she does say like she's not any happier than she was just because she's skinny. And as trashy as it was also like kind of cute, the valuable lessons it taught you. But that was actually really funny, and I would recommend watching that if you kind of like trashy series that are basically shit but also good to watch. I just realised that I haven't done my eyebrows. I always forget to do my eyebrows, even though like they're minging, so they desperately need filling in. So they are my Netflix recommendations. I've actually run out of ones. They were the ones that I wanted to recommend and I'm not even finished doing my makeup yet. I am sure there was one more that I was meant to recommend. It can't be that good if I've forgotten about it, but I feel like it was actually good. To be fair, I could sit here and all day and talk about Gossip Girl, but I know everyone that's watched this has also probably watched Gossip Girl. So I don't want to bore you with like, yes, we already know. Honestly, I would really like people to recommend videos for me to do, like tell me what videos you want to see. I'd like to know what people want me to do, so if you do have any recommendations of what you would like me to do, honestly, just put them in the comment section and I'll probably do them. If you do have any recommendations for me, please let me know and that'd be much appreciated. I'm actually really excited to do a video on all the stuff that I've bought for my accommodation, because honestly, all I do is keep looking at stuff for my room and I don't even know when I can go, because obviously, like, because of what's going on with like the coronavirus. I don't know when I can go on, but I just keep looking at stuff. So I'm looking on like Urban Outfitters Home, Zara Home. I keep looking, like on my break, I keep walking around Tesco looking at all the stuff, being like, I want to get them now. I just want to do my room up. I have like a vision of like what like room I want, so like what like colour palette I want, what like the vibe that I want, and I just have the vision now and I want to get it all now, but it'd be a waste because I don't know when I can go in. I'm actually still really indecisive. I know I said I wanted to go to Manchester, but then when I think about it, I also want to go to Nottingham. So I've never been to Nottingham ever, so I don't know what it's like out in Nottingham. I've been to Manchester before twice, so I'm like, if any of you live in Nottingham, please tell me how like good the nightlife is, and if the uni, no, I'm got Nottingham, not Nottingham, so please tell me if the uni's good, please. Like, I'm actually begging you, because it'd make things much easier, because I really want to go to Manchester, but that's just because I love Manchester as a city. Oh, I've just poked myself in the eye. Oh, I hate it when that happens, because now my eye hurts to even blink. It's my birthday soon and I'm really struggling for presents. I did ask for these Converse, the Comme des Garçons ones. Please don't take the piss out of me for how badly I've just said that. I can't put on an accent. I think it's French. And they're sold out everywhere, so now I have to look for some more stuff, and I just don't want anything. I just keep looking at, I feel like loads of people have started to wear like floral sundresses, and I keep looking at loads of them because I can imagine me like in a cornfield, like my dress flowing, me just in the fields, just running about, and it's like giving me just good vibes, and I want to just go out and wear, I just want to go out and wear loads of sundresses and feel like I'm I don't even know, just in the words of Chinsia, I'd want to frolic in the fields. I feel like I have just given the most cliche Netflix recommendations, but they're the ones that I love. I was just trying to be helpful. I was just trying to help everyone out for things, because I'm always stuck for shows to watch when I'm finished one. Wait, that's it. But this isn't a Netflix recommendation. This is just like one. It's on BBC iPlayer. But everyone, please go watch Killing Eve, because it's honestly the best show ever and it's actually amazing. So, and you can thank me later because it's like really good. It's genius, and the girl that plays Villanelle is actually an amazing actress, and I actually can't get over. And she's also amazingly beautiful, and I think I actually might fancy her. No, but honestly, the girl that plays her is actually beautiful. Her name's Jodie Comer, and she's not in like in an obvious way too. She's just beautiful. Like, she's striking is the word. She's striking. And I could actually look at her face all day. But yeah, I do think that my recommendations might be a little bit cliche, but they are really good anyways, so don't come for me. I've already said this once, but for my next video, I really want to do like a quick fire assumptions one. So let's see if by Wednesday I have plucked up the courage to ask people their assumptions on me, and if I'm ballsy enough to actually share what people think of me, because I know people can be a bit harsh, and I don't think I can deal with the hate yet. I will hopefully see you all Wednesday, and hopefully you won't see me crying on the screen. I just feel like it'll be really interesting to do, and they always look really fun, and I just think they just look really fun. So hopefully you won't see me crying on the screen next Wednesday. Hopefully it'll all be good things, but let's see if I plucked up the courage. Hopefully I will. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and comment, and like I said earlier, if you have any recommendations of what you'd like me to be doing, like what you'd like to see, like feel free to comment. I am open to anything. My towel has appeared in the back. How long has that been there? That's just really ruined my video because now I look scruffy. Not scruffy, but I look messy. How long has it been there? I hope it hasn't been there the full video. Sorry about my towel. So yeah, I will see you all Wednesday.